behind him, the former Consumer Financial Protection Board director, had a lot of interest from the likes of Elizabeth Warren et al. To Dennis Kucinich on all of that, the congressman, former Cleveland mayor. He was 12 years old when he was mayor of Cleveland, if my memory serves me right. Very good to have you, Congressman. Welcome.
It's good to see you. Thanks, Neil.
Were you surprised by these results?
Well, I wouldn't talk about this race in the past tense because the vote that came out is more of a party-controlled vote. There's still 300,000 votes that remain to be counted, and those votes could be somewhat different in the mix than what we've just seen. So we're expecting that we'll have, when we see how Cuyahoga County has voted today, Franklin County, Hamilton County, Lucas County, we'll have a better idea of how it's going to turn out. But you know, as far as I'm concerned, there's still 300,000 votes out. All
right, fair enough on that. Media organizations have called this race, but you're right, we could all be wrong. And believe me, it's happened before. It wouldn't be the first time. But let me get your sense as well about what the party is to be. You know, there's this battle, I get a sense sometimes, Congressman, between those who want, as Kennedy said, to take a hard left, or those who want to moderate a little bit, thinking that a more moderate alternative, so for example, what we saw in that Pennsylvania race, is the way to go. Where do you stand on this?
I don't see it as being left-right. I see it as having a practical approach to dealing with people's genuine concerns about wages, jobs, health care, retirement security, about clean air and clean water, about safe neighborhoods. There's not a left or right approach to that. And I think the American people, by and large, are looking for new directions. The early vote in Ohio showed that the party does have an ability to get out about a quarter of a vote in an absentee ballot or an early voting situation.
But money helps, right? Money helps. And Corduroy had certainly that edge. I mean, I think you're right. Things could change. But that the party and a lot of the ideas that, if you think about it, that you carved them out ahead of a lot of people, and yet they're all picking up the winnings and running now with these ideas as their own. Does that ever eat at you, that you started a lot of this stuff and others are picking up the baton and taking the bow?
Look, Neil, if you're involved in public service, you know, I've been in a lot of elections. I've won, my win rate ratio is about 800, 0.800, so that's not so bad. It's about commitment. It's about service. It's about servant leadership. And, you know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Have I been ahead of the curve, it appears, at times? Yeah.
I mean, you were pre-Bernie Sanders. You were pre-Elizabeth Warren. And the only reason I mention it is that these are the latest new, you know, Democratic Party infatuations. But if you think about a lot of the stuff they're saying, I can remember you saying it. Now, I know things evolve, parties evolve, they move on to more other individuals. It's just a little weird.
No, it's not about me personally, and I never take this personally. It's about
I always take everything personally. I take everything every
you shouldn't.
Yes.
You shouldn't. My view is that if you offer yourself, it's up to the people. They can vote you up or down. The question is, are your commitments constant? And so my commitments are constant. And however the people of Ohio decide tonight, that's what they decide. And you know, I accept that. But the night is still young,
it is,
and
indeed.
I'm waiting for the actual votes that were cast today to start to be counted, and then I'll be able to make some statements about what the election results mean. But I'm grateful, nevertheless, to have this chance.
I didn't even want to call the race, but Kennedy demanded we got to call this race. And I said, Kennedy, you know, he's just coming up on the show. We
don't listen to a word he says.
Don't want to do that.
It's all good.
Very good seeing you again, my friend. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Dennis Kucinich. You know, he's an honorable man. That's a period.
Sure.
Honorable man. All right, we have a lot more coming up on this, and the latest on what's going on in West Virginia. And, you know, I'm already getting a sense of the flavor the parties each want to be as they move forward here. The battle of the left and the, I don't know, maybe the extreme left on the Democratic side, and what's happening on the Republican side, where they're just going for moderates, and the moderate victors are the ones who are getting the accolades tonight. More to this.